Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast. Sorry about the delay there. We were control pasting, and the pasting wasn't working.
No, I asked him because I use Macs, so I asked him what is it to paste a thing on Windows, and I said, is it Control V, as I assumed it would, and he says, no. It's Control C to copy.
I know.
And then he proceeded to do the thing that I tried to do. And then he's like, and then Control V to paste. And I said, exactly the thing. That is exactly the thing that I asked about.
No.
Mom, Dad, please stop.
Ask your mother. Actually,
no, stop!
There's something funny that happened today that's going to be related to that kind of topic. So yeah, Sarah's like, great. Now everyone's going to think this.
Everybody's going to do the thing again where they're like, are you pregnant? No!
Wait, hold on, wait. Did I miss something? Sarah, you pregnant?
No. Alright.
People are coming in right now, and that's the first thing they're hearing.
Do you need to introduce us still?
Yeah,
Sarah, congratulations.
So welcome here. There's, I'd like to say two, but there really are just two. Welcome in. I'm ACRacebest, joined with Toodles.
Hello.
Who is...
I need to point out this farmer says, oh my god, did Toodles get race preggers?
Yeah, thanks, Toodles. Gosh. We're here with Paleo.
Hi.
Hi. Saberspark.
Hi.
Laura.
Hi.
Is that it? Is that all of our people?
Yeah, I told Matt that the podcast was happening, and he said, oh, that sounds like it could be fun. Don't hear from him the rest of the day. I can remind him.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's not your job.
I'm doing it.
To tell Matt that we like his attention.
Okay.
In other news, at least Matt said it'd be fun because Gabe didn't say anything. Mm-hmm. Gabe hates us. Which is why we should all unsubscribe.
Bring him down a couple of notches.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't he reach 2 million?
Gabe hit 2 million, and he was like, oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Congratulations to Gabe, wherever he is.
Yeah, but a big congratulations, I think. See, this is funny. So I'm gonna just jump into why we're even joking about this. So, for those that haven't seen, it was announced today that Sarah and I will and going to Free Northwest. And so we're very excited about that. Saber, you won't be there this year because you have something else happening that weekend. But we'll be sure to try and make you jealous while you try to make us jealous. So,
yep, we'll all be jealous.
So anyways, the reason this is kind of a big joke here at the beginning is I'm looking at Sarah's notes, and on her notes it says Everfree Northwest, and then the 2 points for it are we're going, and the other point is I'm not fucking pregnant. And so the reason and this is hilarious. I didn't necessarily read it this way the first time, but like, it's talking about, hey, family friendly and all this great stuff.
We love families. We're a family friendly event. Let's introduce this little family right here, ACRacebest and Toodles. And I'm just like, ooh. If people read the way that I did, but it seems like maybe I'm just getting into my own head. I don't know.
I haven't seen anyone say it, but now here we are all saying it. Yeah, so anyways, we're going. We're super excited about it. And that was funny. Now don't get us wrong, like there's nothing obviously wrong with the promo deal. What's so funny? What are you guys doing?
No, I just saw Saber reply to the post.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh, should I delete it?
Wait, I'm gonna look at
But
it.
now if you oh god, I have to see it.
Oops.
I have to
Hold on.
see it.
I should go to Saber's page. Saberspark.
Did you delete your Facebook post earlier?
Me? No.
Yeah.
Congrats on the baby. No. Delete. Delete that.
I deleted it.
See, but now there's gonna be that group that sees that and goes, "Oh my god, it's a secret."
Oh.
Now they're trying not to admit it.
Keep them guessing.
And Nora Mermaid got really fast on that tweet. She liked it real fast.
Oh, Nora's one of the, what do they call the people that would shoot guns in the West?
Oh.
Not snipers.
Quick draw, McGraw.
Quick draw, McGraw.
McGraw.
Nora. So.
Nora is a quick draw on the internet. She's ready to go. Bang bang.
All right.
She feels the same way about Gabe. She's gonna see him and she's gonna go bang bang.
See, Gabe's not here, so we can say what we want.
Baby.
This is what he gets. Also, I want to point this out now. That this weekend, Saturday to Sunday, there's going to be a 24-hour stream for Jesse Nowak, or Nowakin, as a lot of us know him.
I got
Oh, you got a thing?
I got a thing.
Oh.
I just-
Bam! So
I
there's
just
the info.
grabbed his advertisement. So
There's the
that
info.
Everything's all there.
You see the Twitch link and the donation, the GoFundMe. I actually, what was really cool is Jesse asked if I could make it out. Unfortunately, I work at the racetrack Saturday nights, and it's basically like an all-day thing, and I do not know when I'm going to be up on Sunday. Yeah. But regardless, still wanted to throw this out as hey, this is happening. So yeah, real cool. Noakin going through the transition and raising money, and then whatever. I don't know what the amount they're going for is. There probably is more information on the GoFundMe, but they said whatever additional they make, they'll donate to trans charities. Yeah. So good stuff going on there. Again, it's for Jesse's top surgery stream happening starting 1 p.m. Pacific time. That's 4 p.m. Eastern on March 23rd, this Saturday, going till Sunday. And I think it's like a D&D stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, there should be some good laughs in there. So, yep, wanted to promote that for Jesse. And again, best wishes and everything as the transition continues. Yep. So, I'm curious how everyone's been the last 2 weeks. Laura, what have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
I started my job for real because I didn't have the flu anymore.
Woo! No
Yay.
sick and work. Yeah. And are you all moved in at this point?
Yeah, for the most part. Like, some of my stuff is still back at my old house, but like most of my things that I need are up here.
Cool. So that's all good. You got are your pets up there with you now?
Yeah, they're here. We did like all of the big moving stuff this past weekend when my apartment lease started. So I was staying with a friend before that, and then just this week I got into the new place. So I actually moved in on Saturday.
Cool. Well, congrats on that.
Thank you.
And again on the job. That's pretty sweet.
No, it's awesome.
Yeah. Saber, what have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
Nothing really. Just getting work done. That's it, really. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah. Cool. Just going with the flow.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
You helped me move.
Yeah, I helped her move.
Nice.
Going with the flow.
Whoa, is that Hirosashii?
Yeah.
Welcome,
Hi.
Hirosashii.
Wait, can we ask Hirosashii about his past 2 weeks?
I am
Oh
going
my
to,
gosh.
but I was going to ask Saber one last question.
Okay.
What?
What did you eat like 5 minutes ago?
5 minutes ago, I did a shot of whiskey, but before that, I had like Japanese food for dinner.
Food for dinner. I don't
Gonna have fun for No, I haven't gone to the grocery store this week, so I'm just kind of like been working a lot on my videos, and I've been just going out to eat because I'm like whatever. So I was like I should eat vegetables tonight, so I went to like this hibachi place and I ordered a bunch of chicken vegetables and brought them back home and ate them. Well, half of it, I put the other half away, but it was good. It was very well seasoned, good sauces.
Nice. Well, speaking of well seasoned, Hirosashii.
Is that racist?
What?
What?
I didn't say like. I didn't say anything but well seasoned.
Speaking of weeaboos, here's Sasha.
You know what? Just a really normal 2 weeks. Nothing out of the ordinary happened. You know, it's nothing.
Oh my god.
Yeah?
I got a cat, guys.
Yay!
Hero
She's super
getting
adorable.
that pussy.
Oh my god.
What's the kitty's name?
My name is
Pussy.
Lena.
Wait, what's the name?
Yeah. Lena.
Lena.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very.
Her name was Serena, and I was like, I want to, which is good because Pet Finder has really bad names. A lot of just like horrible names. As I was exploring with Paleo, I was like, why are these names so terrible? But I found Serena, and I was like, that's a good name. And I wanted to rename her, but not like completely be like, to heck with you, the person, like her foster mother. So I was like, Serena, how can I shorten it? Like Arena. But I already know Arena because Rena Chan. So I was like, okay, Lena. Sure, Lena's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I see some people who are like family friendly because I refer to the cat as a pussy.
Mm.
But all I'm saying is the word pussy is on the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay,
Disneyland.
but also the stream is not family friendly. So if you're looking,
No, but besides that,
Like, I feel like that should be the first point. Like,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to our discussion today, as we talk about My Little Pony and pussy. We have, but yeah, no, that's on the Disneyland ride. So I could say it if it's on the Disneyland ride.
what ride?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, well, he
Hey
does follow it
there,
up.
yeah, nice little pussy cat.
I feel like the blow is less when you follow it up with cat.
I like pussy cat.
Okay, stop it.
you
Just
can't
fucking
have a, you
stop.
can't have a pause.
I'm sorry. I am just making a point that the word pussy is on the Disneyland ride, referring to, yes, a cat, which I was referring to. Hirosashii got a cat.
Okay, but now you're like milking it. At this
The
point.
pussy? I'm sorry. Alright, so, Sarah, take it away.
Okay. Well, shall we go into food posts?
No, because you didn't
Yeah.
tell me
Oh,
about Paleo's 2 weeks.
okay.
Paleo. Tell me about your
What?
2 weeks.
Oh, I got a new car stereo installed in my car.
Nice.
Yeah, so that way when I go up to drive to Sabers, I don't have to use CDs all the time.
Nice. The future is now.
Yeah.
Cool. Sarah,
Yeah.
what have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
Working. Still
Working.
at my job.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Cool. My last 2 weeks have been exciting. Big thing, I'd say, the biggest thing in the last 2 weeks is baby Tommy
Oh, yeah.
from the Low Budgets. Tommy.
I feel like a jackass. Shit.
Was that deliberate?
No.
No, but it's okay because I wanted to bring it up, so I'm glad you somehow.
Baby Tom.
They're so nonchalant. They were so nonchalant about this wedding. It's just
Oh,
like-
I see what Saber's saying. The fact that I said baby.
Baby.
Oh,
Tom.
baby Tom.
The last 2 weeks.
The
have been
biggest
real-
thing to come from last week was baby. The baby.
Okay.
So
The
yeah,
baby.
Baby.
yeah. So
His friend got married.
yeah, Tommy from the Low Budgets. He's also shown up in some convention vlogs as well as other various random videos. But yeah, I've known him my whole life, and he got married just a couple months after we got married. Both of our marriages happened during the 10th year of our relationships. So very cool. It was a very fun wedding. It had some moments which I don't know if I should share later or now.
About things that went wrong.
Not well. So this is what I love about Tommy is he's like
Tommy wrote a whole post of listing the things that went wrong.
Tommy's like, you know what? I could tell you all about the wonderful parts of this wedding, but that's not my style. I want to tell you guys about everything that went wrong. One of which I got stabbed, but other than that, it happens.
I had boutonnieres that were you pinned to a pocket, but he didn't have a pocket on his shirt. But it didn't. Well, it wasn't even his pin.
No. So I had the struggles to begin with, and Panama Matt helped me put mine in. He was also part of the wedding party for Tommy, and I got poked pretty good on my chest, right there. Mm-hmm. But not.
Yeah, everybody knows.
I'm showing you.
It's an audible medium.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll take a picture of
and then he got stabbed pretty good on the arm.
So what happened was after the ceremony, they were like, okay, you stand here, you stand here. So I crossed paths with another of the groomsmen, and yeah, I all of a sudden I heard a rip and felt something sharp in my arm. And I was thinking, I thought what happened was like the pin just kind of like poked my arm and came back out. Mm-hmm. Big deal. And I didn't want to make a big deal out of it and seem like a baby. Mm-hmm. So at one point I commented like, it's watch there be blood on my shirt. And the guy that poked me also looks at my shirt and goes, yeah, dude, there is blood on your shirt.
A very minimal amount, but still seeable if you're squinting.
Yeah. So there was some blood, but it still wasn't like a dramatic amount. So I forgot to even like look at my arm until 2 days later. It was Sunday night. We were having St. Patrick's Day dinner with my parents. I started telling them the story.
Wait, hold on. St. Patty's dinner? Is that a thing?
Hell yeah. Corned beef and cabbage.
Corned beef. And
wait,
I don't
for real? You all aren't dicking with me? This is an annual thing?
Yeah, I thought it was just a holiday everybody forgets.
I mean, me too. His mom cooks corned beef, so we go to eat it.
Yeah, we have a meal that we eat. I am part Irish.
Wait, hold on. Well, everyone's part Irish. Hero's part Irish.
What? No, I'm seasoned. Remember?
He's well seasoned.
Wait, because I mean, I look at St. Patty's Day as an excuse for a bunch of like Anglo-Saxon Americans to go, let's get drunk, and they run off and start clicking their heels.
Yeah.
It's rare for me to actually hear about like Irish folks who actually are like, oh, top of the morning, we're gonna make some sausage and some cabbage.
I just want to do a quick shout out.
And you watched that Irish movie Brave, right?
Yeah.
No, we watched Isn't there like a Leprechaun movie?
No. The other Irish movie. Cartoon
Gill, whatever the.
Wait, what did Saber say?
My favorite Irish things: the movie Braveheart, and Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales.
Right, because he's not Scottish.
So I just want to do a quick shout out
because
we're getting a pile up here. We've got Ross Pitt that sent a super chat saying pouring one out for Tommy.
Thank you
very much. We've got a Chief Hunter who sent a super chat. Thank you very much.
Sniper Shy with a snooper chat.
Snooper chat.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. So yeah. Yeah. I finally look at my arm and realize that there's two markings, which means the pin went in my arm, went under my skin, and then poked out at a later part of my arm.
A later part of your arm, yes.
Which means, like, it was actually a real legit, like, poking.
It done stabbed him.
Like, yeah, like, you can see.
It's like a little mouse warrior stabbed him with a pin.
A big mouse warrior.
A mouse warrior.
Like Stuart Little. They always have, like, a needle as a sword. All right.
Have I ever told you guys that I really just like mice with swords? I don't know why.
Like
I love
Despero?
that trope. So, yep. But why that one? But yes.
Yeah, why'd you mention that one?
That's probably the most recent one we've
It's the
watched.
only one I could think of.
The rat
the
guy from
Nim?
Secret of Nim. Yeah.
Nim.
Oh,
Yeah.
but those
And
are
then,
rats.
like, does Radigan not have a sword or
Yeah,
a knife
I'm
at
pretty
any
sure
point?
like Radigan probably has like a gun.
Look,
They have little
no-
mice guns in that movie. They have mice guns.
They have little
They
mice
fire.
engineers
They fire the guns
and
in the
little
bar
mice
scene.
smiths.
In the bar scene, they fire guns.
I tell you, who got a big old
Pretty sure
sword,
there's a
and
knife.
he's used it quite a few times. Is Fievel's dad.
oh, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stabbed Fievel's mom a couple of times and busted 3 kids. So
Stop.
like,
Wow. Okay. Those kind of swords.
The one that I think of is Reepicheep from Narnia. He's like the first one I think
Oh,
of every
yeah.
single time.
Reepicheep was so fucking cool.
He's so cool, right?
They changed him, and because Reepicheep had a voice actor that I actually researched this. Like I forget who it was exactly. Good research. But they, that person who voice acted in the second one, because it was the Prince Caspian, Reepicheep made his appearance,
Mhm,
and
right.
that voice actor nailed it. But then the Dawn Treader movie, they changed the voice actor, and it was just a far cry from what it once was. It's like
Mhm.
Reepicheep kicks ass. Like he's actually like a legit warrior. It's not like, oh, it's a cute gag. He thinks he's a warrior. It's like, no, Reepicheep will kick your fucking ass.
Kick your ass, dude. I don't know. I just love mice with swords. I love that trope so much. I don't know why. Probably has something to do with underdog, blah blah blah, something. I don't know.
Sarah,
Cute.
Yes.
are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
I'm for food.
We didn't do it last time because it was during our 100th episode. And again, thank you all for coming out to that one. That was a lot of fun. And don't be surprised in the future. We might, from time to time, throw in some Jackbox party episodes. Because, yeah, that was a lot of fun. So, Sarah, food posts.
All right, starting March 6th. This was from our 100th where we didn't do any food posts. So we're going to need to, like, fire away at these. Anime guy, here are some cookies. Get ready for Winnie City.
Oh, dude, I am so ready. Anime guy
Nice.
and I believe his father have like a bakery that they make these at, and they're super cool.
They are so cool.
Like, yeah, I preserved my Judy Hopps one as long as I could. It was the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
I still have mine.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Don't eat it now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get.
Yeah.
We got Coitus Ergo Thumb back again, lacking SPP crew doppelganger. I'm afraid staying up in the UK to catch you all, and I will be snacking on matcha green tea Kit Kats. Nice.
I recently found out that apparently like Japan is all about these Kit Kats.
Uh-huh.
Like they have Kit
Oh my
Kat
God, yeah.
stores where they just have like 80 flavors. I might be exaggerating, but they have like at least like 20 flavors or so of these Kit Kats.
Mhm.
And because I know that somebody once brought up oh god, what's the spicy green stuff called?
Wasabi?
Wasabi. Yeah, wasabi Kit Kats. I think it was at EQLA.
Yeah.
And I went, how will I not try this? This seems like a disaster and I gotta try it. And it wasn't bad. That's the funny part. I was like, whoa. So, okay. Next.
We've got Nikki D. So I got no food Ash Wednesday, but I'm cooking some fire bars for a collab, and I got that bottled agua.
And again, these are from the last podcast, so
Yeah.
we're just catching up for anyone that took the effort to show us what they were eating. Is there a Domino's post coming up next? Yes, there is.
Norris Brony, a good friend of mine, was nice enough to buy me a meat feast pizza, a free pizza. The Ninja Turtle in me is pleased.
Oh, dude, free pizza is like the best pizza.
Nice. Railroad Runnies with a literal food post.
Ah, you
Right.
guys.
Dark
Oh my
Chief Hunter. Let's see. ACRacebest. I'm working on vlogs for Katsucon coming soon, and hope you and everyone can watch when it comes out. The other badge on the right is Zenkaikan.
Sarah, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in there. You
Which
just
I'll be-
insulted like an entire like country.
No, which I'll be going in 2 weeks' time. See you all at BronyCon soon.
You can't say Zenkai.
I don't know how to say it.
You can't say
You can't say that word.
I don't
You
know.
can't say sushi, okay?
AKA Princess Does Pool, order bacon cheeseburger, but it's not here yet, and I'm freaking hungry. This log-looking thing is looking good enough to eat, though.
The
And
cat.
Picture of his cat.
He ate
Don't
the
eat your
cat.
cat. That's not good.
Eat.
We've got Ross Pitt watching the SPP with my new pal giraffe puppet. A ton of month bold candy wrappers to the side.
Nice. Month
old. Okay, I'm like, what is month bold?
You're like, this is a new candy. All right, and then Nora.
Watching the 100th episode with my best friend, Crazy Karina. Kariana, I think is how it said. Who I spent the whole day with some local pizza and cupcakes, 2 vanilla, 1 chocolate with Reese's, and 1 guava with cream cheese. Nice.
Guava. Interesting.
And then we got Jazz King. Happy 100th episode.
What the hell? What? Did you know about this?
No, I didn't see it.
They made a cake.
Got a shamrock Oreo cake
Oh my
with
God,
one of the
that's
first
so
semi-perfect
awesome.
podcast logos, reminiscing on the fun times.
Oh my
Here's to
God.
another 100 more.
Retweet the crap out of that.
Retweet.
That is so cool. And
So
I feel
awesome.
bad that we didn't do food posts that week, but oh my gosh, Jazz King.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Are they in the chat right now?
I
don't know.
They
I feel bad now.
we
Can we tag them and be like this? Oh,
yeah, well, so we just
That's so
retweeted this on the
cool.
Semi-Perfect podcast Twitter. So I'm gonna retweet it on my personal one and
Yeah.
give a shout out to Jazz King because that's amazing. Like
That's
that's
awesome.
It's good cake too.
oh yeah. Like there's some class in
Oreo
that
crumble. Damn. Chocolate and some. Oh my god, I want cake so badly right now.
cake. Well, folks, thanks for coming. We're gonna get cake. Nah, we still got
Yep.
plenty show. Sarah's.
I'm trying to type on this bad keyboard. There we go.
All right.
Why do you all have technology from like 2001?
All right, we've got Soren.
So now we're at this week's
this
food
week's.
post.
All right, Soren may not be able to stay up for the whole episode tonight. Got a bowl of pasta with homemade meat sauce, along with milk to drink. Also tried sketching my favorite animated movie character, Balto. Not great, but it's a start. I hope Toodles, the artist, thinks it's okay for a first try. It is absolutely that's actually really fucking good. Like for a first try, that is pretty spectacular. Look at this pen.
Balto.
That's a very good Balto.
My dude said first try, please.
Did I hear something about anime?
Animated.
Oh, I heard anime character. Balto.
Animated movie
Dude, I
character.
love the anime Balto.
That is
Right?
a wonderful first try. Keep it going.
I'm about to be the freaking best artist.
And then we've got Jacob Piper's some spaghetti to have for lunch while working and listening to the Semi-Perfect podcast. Nice. It's still in the can. Like it. Hirosashii ready to go with some food. Looks like an Italian salad, something like that. Who you texting?
I was retweeting that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just got very quiet.
I was also admiring. So there's been this hot debate that's been going on for some reason recently.
Yeah.
In regards to In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that later. North
but I
Brony
want it
this
now.
week says mini pizza with some chicken and chips fries. Also, a friend of mine drawing the OCs of me and my friends. I wanted to share it with you all. My OC is the gray one at the end. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
Awesome.
awesome. Good stuff.
Nice.
I love it. I love it when people do art.
Yeah. Nora Mermaid got some ice cream with rainbow sprinkles to celebrate my mom's birthday and the fact that I'm 5 weeks away from graduating from college. Yay, you're almost there.
nice.
Keep going. You're almost there. Just a little
Almost
further.
there.
going.
Billy May waffles. I'm
That's
eating
neat.
some dinner, but I'm finishing my vegetables. Also, awesome streams, and you are all awesome. Nice. Achieve Hunter. My third con is ZenkaiCon 2019 in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. A multi-genre convention happening this week.
Sorry.
And I'll be going there doing vlogs and having a fun time on my vacation from Pet Boys. Also watching the podcast as well.
Does every state have a Lancaster?
I mean, there is a Lancaster, Texas.
We have one in California.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a Lancaster in each state somewhere.
There's gotta be.
We've got Railroad Brownies for foods tonight.
yeah.
I got Di Pella's Pizza with a box of fresh bread. Nice. Remember,
Yeah, that
people,
sounds
pizza
good.
is what makes the world go round. Look at that box of bread. Babe.
Wow.
The box of bread.
I love bread.
I
Do you
Me
like
too.
bread?
I like the smell of it.
Oh.
Aw.
So there's Jazz King with another.
Yeah, this week for Food Post, Nutella on some rolls with a happy banner. Nice.
Oh man, that is so cool. I cannot get over this cake
Yeah.
that Jazz King posted.
All right, we got a couple of last minutes.
Cool Blue with
says,
Delish.
Delish. It's a picture of a shoe.
Is it just me, or does that ground look like ground beef?
Yeah, it does. It totally does. That's quite the rug. Mrs. J. Fox, cat's eating more of my snack than I am. Activia. Nice.
So I got a genuine question for you folks that are looking at this cat eating the yogurt or whatever that is.
Uh-huh.
Would you guys actually go back in and eat that? Like, I'm asking cat
No.
people. Like once a
No.
cat does that, is it
No.
done?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
If they're putting their whole face in it like that, that's like
Right.
game over.
Okay.
A bunch of hair in there.
I that's what I'm getting at. Like,
Yeah.
I know there's like some really crazy cat people out there that are like, oh, now I can share in the blessings of this cat.
I mean, like, if they took a piece of chicken off your plate and then ran away, and not eat the rest of the chicken, like, whatever.
Agreed.
All right.
Alright, well, that's Food Posts.
Very cool. Well, thank you for everyone for your submissions. Again, shout out to Jazz King for that cake. Oh man, so cool. We retweeted it on Twitter, so give that tweet some love.
Yes.
So yeah, so Sarah, we're through that whole good old portion.
Yes.
So I think we were going to discuss this the last time we were thinking about talking about it, and then we said no, we'll wait.
Yeah.
But because then the next podcast was the 100th episode, we technically waited a long time. I don't think we ever really discussed Lego Movie 2.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
Why?
And I think we'll keep it that way. So,
Well-
moving on.
Shall we?
Wow.
So, I mean, Paleo, do you want to take it away?
I gotta go to the spoiler screen.
Oh, so for anyone that hasn't seen Lego Movie 2, we're right now going to discuss spoilers. If you want to avoid spoilers, wait until this screen goes away. Where did you find this screen?
Oh, yeah, that's an
I
awesome
made
screen.
it, and I found a GIF online that I put.
That's pretty tight, actually.
It's really
Wow.
good. What the hell?
This is why Sarah produces our show, everyone. So if you want to avoid spoilers, you could go ahead and mute for now and just keep the screen open. Once the spoiler screen goes away, we will not be discussing Lego 2 movie spoilers. All right, so now's the time to mute because we're discussing Lego Movie 2
Yeah, you said that.
again.
Haley, do you want to take the honors?
You want to take it, Paleo?
I loved it
Take it, Pele. You want to take it?
because I enjoyed myself just about as much as the first movie. Because I really like the Lego movies. And Ninjago is kind of but all the other ones are great.
Yeah.
And Lego Movie 2, it does some things where I'm like, oh, that's interesting how they did a sort of a theme talking about maturity a bit.
Yeah.
I liked how they went in that kind of direction. And I like all the new characters introduced. I liked Sweet Mayhem, or General Mayhem, as she is in the movie, and also Queen Whatever. She was great. And I love the way she moves.
Mhm.
Being just made of a ton of bricks, and she can like become anything. And she
Mhm.
has like one of the most expressive faces in the movie.
Was it obvious to everybody that the bad guy was the bad guy? Because like I honestly was like, oh, okay. Like, and then I saw people commenting later like, well, it was obvious in the trailers, and I'm like, oh.
I don't think it was obvious in the trailers. When I watched the movie though, I sort of thought something might be up, but at the point where I'm trying to think of like when I thought I suspected. Because when Emmett said like, "Oh, good, you can see him," I was afraid he was just like a figment of my imagination.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious what everyone else thought about this movie.
Who else wants to talk about it?
Sarah, what did you
Okay,
think
fine.
of the movie?
I liked the first movie a bit better than this one. This one, it's still very enjoyable, and I enjoyed it. And whatever was a good character, and I kind of liked that whole like twist where it's like, no, I'm literally like I wasn't bad. I like sang a song how I wasn't bad. It's just like,
I said it.
said it, and I really enjoyed that song that she had.
yeah, I liked all the music in it.
Hmm. Yeah,
was
the music
fun.
was really good, as you know, as is to be expected from a Lego movie that has everything is awesome. But yeah,
Everything's not awesome.
yeah, I liked it. It was good.
That was funny.
It was a good continuation.
Yeah, I'd say a solid sequel. Yeah, I was curious what they were going to do with this movie because the first one I felt slam dunked it and kind of blindsided a lot of us with the father-son relationship stuff.
Yeah.
I felt like it seemed pretty clear that it was going to be a sibling type of story in this one.
Yeah, especially with the ending of the first movie.
Yeah, yeah, and then like, you know, even from the trailers, like, okay, you know, you kind of get it, like, okay, you know, this is like the little kid toys come into play. It was it was interesting to see them tie it in. I felt like once again they were able to tackle kind of just an interesting topic. I think I'm with Sarah where I don't feel like this one quite reached the levels of the first. But to be honest, what surprises me more about this movie is it seems, and Paleo, you might know more about this, but it seems like it kind of struggled as far as like box office wise and stuff.
Yeah, there's a few theories about that, about why it struggled, because some people said they didn't see it advertised, and I'm like, I mean, I saw it advertised, but then again, like, I keep open movie stuff, so I don't know, like, about general audience whether they would see it or not. And another thing, this is a big one. It came out during that big winter storm.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, that can do it.
Yeah.
Because I think like the biggest thing that because I read up a little bit, people discussing this movie, that I could see be a possibility also is that it's not like we went from the Lego Movie to the Lego Movie 2, or
Yeah.
And
though then again, I mean, like, both Batman and Ninjago were like 2 years ago now.
Right, they were a while ago. And I feel like Batman.
I think Ninjago really hurt the momentum.
Exactly, because I was gonna say I don't think Batman did anything to hurt this franchise, but Ninjago, which felt like, to me, I would describe as like, it was an okay movie.
Yeah.
But I feel like with an okay movie, when you have a lineup like they have had with the Lego movies, it can hurt that momentum that, you know, going into this movie. I wouldn't have thought it would hurt it that much, and I figured more people would be excited about the second one. So yeah, just kind of interesting to see there. I'm surprised to hear that like some people were saying that they hadn't seen any advertising for it, because I feel like I've been seeing advertising for this thing for like a long time.
Yeah.
But again, we're like you. We go to the movies.
Yeah, and also another thing, the Lego Movie 2, it hasn't released in China yet. It hasn't released in Australia yet. Or I don't think it's released in Japan.
That's at least 15 more people. We're gonna watch it.
I mean, those are three big markets, especially Japan and China.
Yeah, though the thing is, the first Lego Movie didn't release in Japan, or not Japan, China, because there's a ghost in it.
Oh my god, China!
Like,
Dude,
China, that's the whole reason like Ghostbusters.
Country.
That's the whole reason like Ghostbusters 2016. Like, part of the reason it didn't do so well is because it didn't release in China.
I'll
Because
have you
not
know,
ghosts.
because sexist men refuse to watch it.
And women, sexist women too.
No, I really like. God damn it! Like, if China is not one of the most volatile, like it can like literally make or break your movie, but their government is so fucking controlling. Like, I'm not saying that like America's a utopian society, but by comparison to China, we fucking live the good life, because like they literally have good boy points over there, and I
like that Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. It's terrifying. And it's weird to think, like, because a ghost is in a movie we can't watch. Oh, fuck off. Fucking Winnie the Pooh ass motherfucker. God damn it. They banned Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, they banned Winnie the Pooh because of comparisons to the leader.
Yeah, well, now, and because of that, that's all I'm going to think of the leader is. He's fucking Winnie the Pooh. If he held a gun to my head and he said, say it again, say Pooh Bear one more time, he goes, silly old bear. And then he...
We're gonna launch our nuclear weapons. Hold the trigger, Piglet.
Taiwan's like, oh dear.
Taiwan is Piglet.
The greatest thing about America! The America's greatest place! We don't. Let's drop our bombs!
U.S. would be Tigger.
Would Japan be Rabbit?
No, Rabbit would be the EU.
Would Japan be ER?
Japan would be
Okay.
No, EU would be like a depressed country, so EU's gotta be something like, I don't know. Fucking...
So Japan.
No. What, does that make fucking Russia the Heffalump and Woozles?
Does anybody have anything else to say about Lego Movie 2?
No.
So I can get rid of this.
No! Japan is Owl.
Yeah.
And then who would be... We gotta see this all the way through. Come on. Who's Rue and who's Baby
Well,
Rue?
would Rue not be Australia?
Oh, yeah. Rue is Australia. That means Kanga has to be England. And
Alright, should I remove
Yeah, go ahead and drop the spoiler thing.
Is there anybody else we're forgetting about? Who's the cast of Winnie the Pooh?
Who's Christopher Robin?
Rome?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess I don't know if I can. Hey, no, it's like I don't know who will be
Christopher Robin is God.
Yeah, silly old humans.
Spoken like a true Christian there, Paleo.
That bowing his head down at night, praying to God.
So that wraps up our Lego movie conversation. So I mentioned this earlier, that there's been like this debate, and it cracked me up because I gotta give him a hard time for this. But like there's just been this whole like in and out thing going on, where like conversations come up about like Whataburger and In-N-Out, and I feel like the trend's been like, hey, let's crap all over In-N-Out. To which my response to it today, I'm like, you know what? Screw y'all. I'm just gonna post this video of Chef Ramsay talking about how much he loves In-N-Out, and that'll make me happy. But what's funny is that one of like the biggest people on my timeline that I've been seeing having this discussion and just being like, In-N-Out, ooh, Whataburger, yeah, is Jaxblade. And Saber and I sent him the video and whatnot, and Saber put together the clip of Jaxblade at EQLA 2017 saying that the best part of his weekend was In-N-Out. So,
because like I mean, Jax is a passionate guy and he wears it on his sleeves, and I'll agree that Whataburger is really good, but like I guess what upsets me is like this mentality of it's like one or the other.
Mhm.
Like you can't. I was like, good lord, guys, I can enjoy both. Like I think In-N-Out, they make great burgers at a great rate, and sweet milkshakes as well. The fries, I'm not really crazy with the fries.
Sarah, what do you think
But,
of the
like,
fries?
I enjoy the fries.
I like the fries.
Well, you know
Fries.
what? Of course you would. You're pregnant. You have to eat more.
He's
But,
talking
like,
about me. I'm
It's such a paleo laugh. Gruntilda from Banjo Tooie.
but continue, Saber, what you were saying.
Great Delta. What I was gonna say is, like In-N-Out, like it's like you don't have to discredit one over the other. Like I think Five Guys is really good. I think In-N-Out's good. I think Whataburger's really good. Now when you start like McDonald's burgers, okay, that's a drop in quality right there, but it's also a massive drop in price. So like it kind of scales.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. Just don't come at me with like this stupid us versus stuff when like you're not going to do your homework.
Yeah.
Like I think Wendy's makes solid burgers for their price. I think In-N-Out is superior burger wise compared to Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King. Hardee's makes a good burger, but they never get anybody's attention because only like 50-year-olds go to Hardee's. So it's true.
Isn't it Carl's Jr. over there?
It is.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure everyone knows.
Yep. Yeah.
Carl's Jr.
But it's fun. Now one reason that and we've had this conversation a few times because I know like Paleo and I have kind of I think agreed on this point because I haven't had Whataburger. So that's why you don't see me like super hot on this debate. And I agree with Saber. Like we can have, but see now I see people in the chat, man. Just watch your mouths.
That's
Just watch
their
your mouth.
opinion.
No opinions allowed in here. No, but what I was gonna say is that you can have both and be happy about it, and you can like one over the other. And you could be wrong and think In-N-Out sucks. I mean, that's fine. But
if you tell me that In-N-Out sucks, then you're basically telling me that like every other fast food chain essentially sucks as well. You can't say, "Oh, I love McDonald's, but I hate In-N-Out." But like, why? Like the only reason why I can see that is if you like that McDonald's has a little bit more because In-N-Out. It's funny because McDonald's started out saying we're going to keep to the basic. Burgers, fries, soda. But now they've got nuggets and tenders and salads and chicken sandwiches and all this stuff. In-N-Out sticks to the formula. They burgers, fries, soda, milkshake.
Shakes.
Yeah.
And like I respect that because like I mean there isn't much variety.
Make soda.
True. I stand
Carrot
corrected.
soda.
milkshakes.
Milkshakes. But like Coke's like what was that? But like, I mean, I don't know. I just find it weird. The hate bandwagon for In-N-Out's pretty crazy. And I'm from like the southeast. We don't even have In-N-Outs out here. But like, still, I was like, come on, guys. Like, are you saying this because you on the hype wagon, or is it or the hate wagon, or do you truly believe? Because if you truly believe it and you lay it out for me to listen of why you hate In-N-Out, then I'll listen. Like
if you were starving, would you refuse an In-N-Out burger?
Yeah.
Dude, if I was full, I wouldn't refuse an In-N-Out
So,
burger.
Exio Dying sends a super chat saying, "As much as I love In-N-Out, Red Robin is good too. We just don't have it in Washington."
And see, that's a beautiful statement.
Yes,
Red Robin
is very good
too.
It's not fast food though.
No, that's true. But but
that's
it's
a
not
bad
like
restaurant.
pitting one against the other. It's saying
It's good too.
it's good and it's good, and it's like, hell yes, we can have good food all over the place. So I mean,
and Red Robin's is good. Chick-fil-A is good. It's weird how Chick-fil-A's champion is like Southeast. Like, oh yeah, that's our In-N-Out. I'm like, there's Chick-fil-A's everywhere.
Yeah.
I know they started in the Southeast. It's just kind of weird because I don't think the Southeast has a really region-based food.
Cookout.
I guess Cookout and Zaxby's and things like that. But even then, like, I don't know. It's only a matter of time until these like regional quote unquote things become national.
Yeah.
But like Chick-fil-A, it's good. Though I've heard, okay, so I'll give you an example. I follow a guy on Twitter who said he hates Chick-fil-A. He says he hates it because it's dry, and I'm like, I can see where you're coming from, because like Chick-fil-A sandwiches can be dry at times. You have to dress them up properly to make it a bit more moist. So I hit my head.
Wait, what? Like the chicken is dry?
Chicken and bread, because there's some of the chicken can be a little bit dry. I agree.
I've never had like a
I
dry
can't say I've had
Chick-fil-A
that.
like anything.
I've had where I'm like, ooh, man, I need a drink. But then again, like I get some pickles and some cheese and a little bit of condiments on it. It's like, boom, feeling good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What's next?
No, yeah, I'm glad that we've talked so much about
Do we,
food. So I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I mean, if you don't think it's too soon.
Is it too soon to talk about Captain Marvel?
I'll dip out for that.
Okay.
What do you think?
We can wait.
Just because it's still going so heavy right now, like it's still like the number
it's
one
still
movie.
going.
I think we'll wait on this
Okay.
one. So we'll wait on Captain Marvel. Won't discuss that one yet. Another one that just came out. We'll talk a little bit about it. We won't get into like spoilers or anything.
Oh.
We won't come close to spoilers. But Wonder Park just came out.
Well, I didn't make a spoiler screen for it.
Well, that's why I just said we're not talking about spoilers for it.
Okay, well, can I pull up the screen then?
Oh, you're saying you made a
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bring it up. Oh my gosh.
I found a
Sarah.
huge GIF that someone made of Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, nice.
I love it.
Did you
Nice.
All right.
Did you make so is that the actual logo?
That's the actual logo.
So-
I found a transparent version of the logo.
Gotcha. So
As nice as it looks, I don't
Sarah-
put that much work into it. I just go this
I don't
element
believe you,
here,
Sarah.
this element here, stick it in
Sarah's like description
They're
of
going hard.
Yeah, I didn't do a lot of work is like 5 hours of me trying to figure out what the hell.
Right.
No, this is great. Like we said though, we're probably not going to discuss spoilers because this movie came out this week.
Yeah.
But just a couple things I want to just comment on is Sarah and I saw it last night, and Sarah's kind of had a special place in her heart for
it. I helped make the toys for it.
you designed some of the toys.
Yeah.
So Sarah's been
That's
connected.
really cool.
Yeah, and she's been connected to this movie before it was even called Wonder Park.
Yeah. It used to be called Amusement Park.
Yeah.
Which, it's a good thing that they changed it.
Which I'm still confused because when you see the movie,
the park is called Wonderland.
the park's called Wonderland. So I'm like, what didn't
I guess
you...
they didn't want to call it a movie Wonderland because people would be confused. Like, wait, is Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they had, because
They
that's the
had
same
their
reason they didn't want to call it Amusement Park.
Yeah.
Is because they're like, oh wait, if you search Amusement Park on Google,
It's just gonna be oversaturated with everything else that
Yeah.
is theme
so
park related.
so they probably literally went, all right, what has the least amount of Google traffic? We'll go for that.
Yeah.
But then why not name the park
Name the park
Wonder
Wonder Park.
I don't know.
I wonder if it was just a
I don't
late
know.
decision
Maybe. I don't know.
where they're like, oh shoot.
Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it was always called Wonderland in the.
That's-
I got to read
Yeah.
the scripts and all that stuff.
Yeah, Sarah was hip to the skip with this movie, and like we said, we won't discuss spoilers or
Is
anything.
that a thing that millennials say?
Hip to the skip?
skip?
I feel like that's like
I've
an
never
old
heard-
This is
person.
like fucking like World War
I
II.
feel like that's from like 1870.
He means like the millennials of like the 1900 era.
Yeah.
You gosh damn millennials, thank you.
Well, it wouldn't be
Hip to the
millennials because it
skip.
wouldn't be a new millennium.
Oh
It'd
my
be a
god,
century.
you're right. That was
Oh
bad.
my gosh, here's Paleo being Paleo.
Oh, in
He's
the
right
year
there.
1000. That's what they said.
Yeah, when you're dying from the Black Plague.
So yeah. But what I was surprised to see. So we saw this movie, and I'm sure everyone's gonna have an opinion on it, but I was personally really surprised when we looked it up how it was doing, like ratings wise.
Yeah, on Rotten
Me
Tomatoes.
too.
that it was doing so bad. You've seen it, Paleo.
Yeah.
So you were surprised, like we were, that it's doing so bad with like critics?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I could see like 50 to 60.
Yeah.
Not.
I recently watched Jim's review, and he knew more about this movie going in because apparently it's had like a really troubled like production. Because did something happen with the director where he was like caught doing something, and that's why there's no director credit in the movie at all.
What was he caught doing?
Did he diddle
Were they-
things?
I don't know. Let me look.
I hope that's not.
But yeah, and also this is one of their sort of their pilots for a show they're doing on Nickelodeon, kind of like what they did with Jimmy Neutron and Barnyard.
Mm-hmm.
So this Wonder Park is like just the start of this whole thing that they're doing on Nickelodeon.
They have a lot of investment for like this. I guess you could call it franchise because it's not just a movie. It's going to be a show.
Yeah, but since it doesn't have a credited director, I'm not sure like what they did once he was like fired. Because to me, I'm not sure if you guys feel the same way. It feels like the movie could have used like 10 more minutes to develop some things.
Yeah, there were a couple things that did feel rushed. I feel like where they so this isn't a spoiler because it's purely about their credits. But Paleo, what did you think of the credits?
The credits?
Yes. Like I don't know if you
specifically
usually
like
stick around.
the little character animations in the credits.
Oh, I wasn't really paying attention to what they were doing, but
well, you missed out on what I think possibly was the worst credits sequence I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like it's weird.
It would have been better if they just had the text.
Yeah, if they just had the text, it would have been a credit sequence. Yeah. But somebody said, "Hey, you know what we should do in the credits is put like the little like something that we can loop where the characters are doing something." But for some reason, they must have put these credits together in like an hour because
like it looks like they're in slow-mo and they're also like rendered at 5 frames per second.
Yeah, like skippy, like not good looking.
Yeah.
And then like some of them like if you see this movie, watch the credit sequence to see what we're talking about. Because Sarah read the phrase "directorless credits," and she thought it was referring to whoever put the credits together, not the fact that there wasn't a director in the credits.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I knew pretty much what to expect from this movie since I had already read the scripts and stuff, and not too much change. There was one big change, but I feel like it didn't harm it that much. But it's spoilery,
this would be a conversation for the future. But yeah, like it was when I heard her tell me this, it was interesting because again, I hate spoilers, so she knew about this movie a long time ago, and despite
don't
NDA,
get into the toy industry.
But she was like, yeah, I know everything about this movie. Yep. So yeah,
it was a decent movie.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought
cute.
visually it had some highlights.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'd say check it out if you like animation. Check it out. And yeah, Wonder Park. Okay, that is that. So while we switch topics, just want to throw out right now. I've started releasing the wedding. Like I call it wedding vlog.
Yeah.
Because part like a big chunk of it is actual vlog style.
Yeah.
But yeah, the wedding vlog, the bachelor party is live. So actually, both bachelor and bachelorette parties were at Disneyland at the same day, but we avoided each other and ran into each other at one point in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think people will get a kick out of the next upload, which in itself probably doesn't sound very exciting. It's titled rehearsal. It's the rehearsal dinner segment that day. It's the Friday, little day before the wedding. But knowing what happens to Gabe a couple months after our wedding, in regards to with animals. I think people will find what we were doing the night before the wedding to be very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for you to upload this because I've been wanting to watch that.
The little hands. Yeah.
Little grabby hand.
Yep. It is coming. I'll be releasing that video tomorrow. So the second of the 4-part series will come out tomorrow. So it is the wedding rehearsal. And then I'm aiming, which this is kind of a soft aim, but I'm aiming to have the wedding itself get uploaded this weekend, and then the after party video early next week. So, yeah, a couple things to go with that. But yeah, it's so cool to go through the footage and just, you know, the friends and share those moments with all of you. Not just close friends of ours that haven't yet been able to kind of see it, but you know, the audience. We enjoy sharing these kind of moments. We've had a couple people that have been like, "Oh, don't you want it to be like private?" And I'm like, it's not like I invited you guys to the wedding. Like, chill. Like, I'm showing you what I want to show.
Damn.
Anything that we're showing. Because we had this conversation this week,
where
like it sometimes feels like people don't think that Sarah and I communicate about this stuff, so they feel the need to be like, Race, Sarah's probably not gonna like that.
Yeah,
that you're sharing. Like, just wait till I start uploading videos from the honeymoon. People are gonna be like, no, because people gave me crap about that when I said I was gonna video stuff at the honeymoon, and they're like, no,
don't do that.
Put the camera away. It is your honeymoon, and I'm like,
it's like, okay, person on the internet.
I'm like, this is how I remember like vacations, is I video them. So I'm gonna do this one way or another, and I'm cool with sharing it with everybody, and they're. I mean, that was an adventure in itself, the honeymoon, but that'll come later. So I just wanted to throw that out. Speaking of adventure, Sarah, this is another borderline spoilery conversation. So we'll take our time leading into it, because some people just like to avoid this stuff. I understand. The Toy Story trailer. Is there anyone amongst our podcast that's avoiding this trailer? I'm just curious.
Nobody?
I don't care.
Laura?
It was so quiet that I'm like, we lost the chat, didn't we?
We lost everybody.
Just don't care, unfortunately.
So,
just wait till. What was that, Laura?
I want to care, but I'm just like, at this point, I'm so numb to being a Toy Story 4.
I can't wait for the Lion King trailers. So we can really start talking with Hirosashii about those.
Don't talk to me.
It will be our shining star. So Toy Story released a trailer yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm guessing we don't have like a spoiler screen for this.
No.
Okay.
Because it's a trailer.
It's a trailer. I mean, like, there's certain trailers that I don't touch, like My Little Pony trailers. I will not touch. But with this Toy Story trailer,
I touched it.
See, so it almost seems like there's two sides to this trailer, and there's the group that is just like doesn't care, and then there's the group that's like, oh my god, I started crying like 2 minutes in, or like 2 seconds in.
Just like that, like in that voice.
Yeah. No,
Specifically, yes.
I mean, it seems interesting to me, but also at the same time, it's just like the same thing.
It's the same
thing. So it does seem a bit derivative, but like, I think they're going to be hitting up more of like, okay, my guess is
existentialism in there.
Well, there's going to be an existential, crisis, I think, because like Bonnie makes a toy, and I guess the question is, well, what constitutes like life for a toy?
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
what is life?
Well, in and of itself, it's kind of wonky with Toy Story, because it's like it's just the silly rules that these toys abide by, that Woody obviously defied in the first movie. So, I guess the question will be like, well, maybe Woody needs to stop saying we need to live for kids and like no, live for yourself or something. I don't know, but I did have a debate on Twitter.
It ends with the movie like the toys taking over the world, and then it leads into Cars.
Rise of the Toys.
Yeah.
Some kids walking through the toy store and just get jumped by a bunch of toys. But like
I watched that movie.
me too. DreamWorks is like toy
Oh my
soldiers.
gosh,
too.
it's like the apocalypse and all the humans go and the toys
Rise
are
of
like,
the
what do
Planet
we
of the
have
Toys.
now? Why are we here?
Well, I posed this question on Twitter and a reply, and I want to see what you all think. So, if Bonnie made her own toy with a little stick figure
Mhm.
and little googly eyes and shoes,
Mhm.
does that mean that I can take like a pharaoh and put googly eyes on him and play with his corpse, and when I walk away, the corpse will come to life because I deemed it a toy?
I don't know. I feel like there's
You
a
should
little
ask the
more
writers. Tweet to the writers and ask them that exact question.
to it.
They'll love it.
Do you feel like
They'll-
it's,
they
it's
won't.
kind of like a child almost determines what has life as a toy? I mean,
Sounds
I mean,
fair to
like-
me.
It kind of, it was insinuated by the trailer that like Forky is like Bonnie's like #1 toy right now, and so like that probably is a contributing factor to like I guess what constitutes a toy. Like if a kid cares about it like a whole bunch enough to be like holding it while you're sleeping in the back of a car, that's meaningful.
look, all I know is that there was an old book and a animated short that was made. I don't know who made it, but I remember my uncle and aunt had this, and I watched it, and I think I watched it every time I went over to their house, and they watched me a lot. And for anyone, if you remember what this is called, because I think it's a pretty like popular-ish story, but it's about a boy who has like this stuffed animal rabbit.
The Velveteen Rabbit.
Wow, see, that didn't take very long. Is that the one where like the rabbit gets thrown out
I think
because
so.
the boy has like some kind of super bad illness?
And the rabbit becomes a real rabbit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoilers. No, but
Oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah. So I was like, dude, I want that to happen to my stuffed animal puppy. If I love him enough,
Oh no.
he'll become
Oh.
a dog.
A real dog.
Don't worry, I didn't like throw him out or anything. I just was like, man, when is Puppy gonna turn into a real boy?
A real boy.
I
Dude.
really thought this was
I had
gonna
the
be-
same thing.
And then so I threw him in the trash and waited for him to come back.
No. So
I
then I
got
got
one.
measles, and it just didn't work out.
He didn't already
When I-
kind of feel real to you, your puppy.
Oh, he did. He
Okay.
did. And I totally knew, like at night, like, because when I'd fall asleep, I'd always make sure I wouldn't fall asleep, like, holding him too tight.
Yeah.
Because I figured he had stuff to do at night. And I'm like, all right, I get it. You can't,
Kid
you know.
logic.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, do you all remember that Noel movie with like the Christmas ornament?
Yes, I do.
Christmas
I-
ornament.
Cried so hard. Like I was weird because like as a kid I like had my favorite ornaments were the little red balls, and I don't know what I said. And I remember because like in the story like the Christmas ornaments like I belong to some rich family, and then they got rid of it. And he belonged to some poor family, and then like his.
Sarah, is it this one?
Let me see. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it too.
I don't think I've seen this movie.
Well, he like crashes this soul escapes and goes around the world or something. I remember crying. I'm like, I love your little ornament.
Fucked up, man.
I also, as a kid, where like I remember like in like preschool, I would never throw away my lunch trash because I thought my mom would cry if she knew I was throwing away the trash. So like, I'm like, she worked so hard to make this sandwich and banana for me, and I would bring home like the paper bag with a banana peel, and she'd be like, "Why are you bringing this home?" I'm like, "Because I love you."
Oh my
Oh
Good times.
man. Yeah, Kid Logic. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
You just never
So,
know.
does anybody else have anything to say about the Toy Story trailer?
I gotta say it's not fair.
Yeah.
The song they use for me personally. They use God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. I was like, oh, now I want to see it.
Yeah.
They gotcha.
See, I just played.
I mean, I was gonna see it regardless, but yeah.
I just played BioShock Infinite,
Yeah.
and
Did you finish it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And there's that cover of God Only Knows in it. And I love that cover so much.
I buckled down pretty hard for that game.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I've made Sarah suffer for a while through some other games. But yeah, that's something to also stay tuned about, because there might be a lot more games
Yeah.
to be played
In the future.
in the future.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say a whole lot more gay. I was like, okay.
Everything's gonna
Hell
get
yeah.
there's one more note on here, but did you not want to discuss it? There's an X next to it.
Oh, well, I mean, it kind of ties into us, like, talking about, like, possible future game stuff.
Oh.
I'm very excited that Cuphead is on Switch, because I feel like that's going to be,
Yeah.
like, a true test
Mhm.
of our marriage.
Oh, playing co-op is harder than playing
It's
single.
yeah,
I
co-op
know,
is like,
yeah,
would
I
say-
know that, but I'm like, I can't not play it with my husband when I can.
Co-op is like,
Guys,
it's legitimately
this is-
150% harder.
If you hear about things that just didn't work out,
You hear about a murder.
so yeah, yeah, and essentially, I mean, if it's not obvious, it's not nothing confirmed, nothing that I have like tied completely together with logistics, but I am slowly acquiring the necessities for putting together a gaming channel, because there's a lot of games that I kind of want to revisit, and games that I haven't played yet, and the charm of it is that whenever I do play video games, I have Sarah sitting next to me, literally just suffering through my gameplay, because I am not good at video games. So yeah, we'll just have Sarah sit next to me as I'm like, I can do it. I can do it.
I can.
I think I can, but yep. So that's something. But whenever that becomes more official, we'll send some stuff out. There's a couple video projects that I'm still working on to get by and get
When
through.
isn't there a video project you're working on?
Literally always. But yeah, I'll be able to make this work, and I think Sarah and I will be able to team up and bring that to you all. So I think it'd be fun.
All right. So I already posted it in the chat. I think it's about that time to go into Q&A.
Yes, it is. So
So-
we'll get into Q&A. We'll aim to have the podcast end in about 20 to 25 minutes. So about 7:45 Pacific time and 7:45ish. No, 10:45 Eastern time. It's already done. So yeah, let's see what we got here today, Sarah. And again, those that submit super chats, we will prioritize your questions, as that money does help us continue to run this podcast. And we thank those that have already donated already. All right.
So from last week, Railroad Bronies did send in a question: would the Semi-Perfect Pod crew ever consider doing a live stream panel for Horses at Home convention next year?
So this is a convention that I still haven't quite grasped what it is.
It's an online convention.
It's an online convention, which I think started out as a joke. I could be wrong, but I think it started out as a joke, and everyone was like, "This is awesome," and it became a thing, kind of like low budget TV. So, I don't know. I don't know. The biggest issue I think that I would hit is that I think it's usually over the weekend.
Yeah.
And
It's usually on a Saturday.
and I'm usually out on Saturdays. So I don't know. I wouldn't say never, but who knows?
Who knows? Drummer Shy, this will be my first time going to Everfree Northwest and doing stuff. What was your first experience like at that convention, ACRacebest and Toodles?
That was the first convention.
That was the very first convention that we ever went to.
We road tripped to that
road
convention.
tripped
It was the first time I ever met Saber and Paleo.
So it was terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
weren't
Paleo
late.
wasn't bad.
No, it's a good convention.
It was so eye-opening. Like, for other conventions that I've been to outside of, like, Everfree and EQLA, and I say EQLA because that was, like, the second one, so I was still really grasping, the atmosphere and everything. Then you start, okay, it goes from being new and like what the hell's going on to like, sweet, all right, let's get this going. It was I felt so like I didn't know what was going on because I didn't really research how conventions worked. At one point we stood in line for autographs for about an hour
And then decided to leave.
because I didn't know that you had to pay for vouchers to get autographs, and they're like, yeah, I mean, they're like $20, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, the line was fun, and I went. But it was
Just a line ride.
Yeah, it was amazing. Everfree Northwest and their group always do a great job. We weren't there last year, but every year that I have been, I've missed a couple years, but every year that we've been,
It's always been super fun
and pleasant, and they do a great job, not just for adult bronies, but also for the kids.
Yeah.
There was actually somebody who was commenting on their Facebook post who was like, oh, yeah, like, this is for kids. You say family friendly, but then why are you catering to the adults? And it's like, family friendly includes adults.
Yeah.
Person. I actually responded to that person on Facebook.
Oh, really?
I was like, chill out, because you're wrong. But yep, no, it's Everfree Northwest, and the weather is typically pleasant, I'd say. Like, it might be a little chilly, maybe. I don't remember. I forget what the weather's kind of like.
I mean, it's usually just like a little bit. It's usually a bit cloudy, maybe
Yeah.
just a little bit chilly,
Yeah.
a bit rainy.
And prepare for, like, Denny's.
Denny's.
All right.
Get your tummy ready for Denny's.
All right, Sarah,
All right.
what's next?
So we've got Sato the Jorge. What do you think of my Roblox screenshot?
What does it
Should
say?
I pull this up on
Sure.
Yeah, I'll pull this up
Why
for
not?
everybody to enjoy.
How wonderful.
Beautiful.
What is Roblox?
It's like a low budget Minecraft, as far as I can understand. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let me bring that back on up.
Interesting. All right.
We've got Nora Mermaid. My question is for Laura and Sarah. What would you do if you got rid of the men for the podcast and had it just be you two? I don't know.
What would you do, Laura? Is Laura still here?
She's muted.
Just taking it out of silence.
She's just like, this is what I would do, and muted herself.
I don't know.
What would like, if you just started fresh with a podcast with no direction or anything, what would you make it about?
I don't know.
The Wreck-It Ralph fixing
One.
Felix gets it in the butt.
101 reasons why Fixie Felix Jr. is the best Disney character.
How about
And
these?
each day is devoted to one reason.
Yes. I have no
The
idea.
podcast where we beg for Wander Over Yonder season 3 episode 103.
Yeah.
Sarah does some streaming, by the way.
Well, I mean, it's art streaming. It's different from podcasting.
Well, you also stream video games from time to time.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you have a Patreon, don't you?
Yes.
What is it?
It's Patreon/Toodles3702.
And Patreon, don't forget, they're here for the creator.
Oh.
Wow, that laugh was so. You had some feelings.
No, they just did some. They just, you know, I feel like every 3 months they get on some bullshit that they're gonna try to do.
It reminds me of, actually, I think it was today Saber tweeted about like YouTube breathes, and everyone's like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
This is the worst injustice that I've ever heard of.
that girl was fucking dramatic as hell during that scene.
Yeah.
Wilbur.
It was like, so I was reading the reviews. Like, apparently E.B. White, the guy who wrote the book, was like, I hate the Hanna-Barbera version, even though he fucking worked on it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, how could he hate it if he worked on it? And then I watched the first few minutes. I'm like, okay, I can see now.
Is that the one, Sarah? Is that the one we watched together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
that
Charlotte, it says crunchy, Charlotte.
fair.
Is a veritable smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord.
After the sun goes down.
Okay, that it is wacky. I wouldn't. So here's all I'll say is that we constantly talk about food in cartoons and other media.
Mm-hmm.
The frickin' pancakes in that movie, they are literally like if it, they are just
Charlotte's Web?
yes.
There's
Yes.
a scene where there's a breakfast.
And the pancakes and the
Buttermilk
syrup.
pancakes.
Buttermilk. Well, are they buttermilk pancakes? Because at one point the lady says we're gonna give them a buttermilk bath.
I think she's like, oh, this gives me.
Or you sound like Roger from
give him a
American
buttermilk.
That's what I was gonna say.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
Randall from the movie sounds like Roger from American Dad. Stan, I gotta go down to the fair. Stan.
But yeah, the pancakes in that movie looked so delicious. Like the only thing that would have made them better is if they were
So did the
waffles.
pig.
Yeah, right, the bacon.
So we've got Death Brony asking, will podcasts continue after season 9?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna disappear after
Yeah.
season 9.
No, season 9's done by.
Yeah, no, of course.
No, Hasbro will do like a Thanos snap. Like half of Bronies will disappear.
Yeah.
did it
The
cost
fandom
you?
just wipes away. Yeah, no, I mean, there would be no reason to end the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things I love about this is that I always know, no matter how busy I am during the week, that I'll, be able to hang out with all you guys and our audience here and be able to, have a chat about, hey, what's new and talk about topics and I enjoy it. Like it's not there. We've been through multiple hiatuses or between seasons where we're not talking about MLP. So, and besides, who knows? Maybe the My Little Pony conversations will get even more interesting once people aren't worried about things with the show. Like, I'm just wondering, I'm just wondering.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a weird way to end it off.
I'm
All
just
right,
saying that everyone is going
All right. Spiky
to
Dash.
be.
I'm going to be hosting my first ever panel at Winnie City here in a few weeks. Any advice you can offer?
No, see, now
Have fun.
I'm still nervous. Why did you say I ended it bad? The last question.
No, it's fine. Just answer this question. You've done panels before.
If some random animator said they would make you guys your own MLP style series, would you want the
What are you doing? Why are you reading another
Yes.
question?
You have been asked the question already.
Spiky Dash. I'm going to be hosting my first ever panel at Winnie City here in
I'm so drunk.
Do you have any advice?
I haven't even had a drink, but I'm drunk. Oh.
Advice on doing panels?
Man, just good luck.
Good luck.
What? Was that not good advice?
That's not good enough.
No. Advice. So first off, I guess for everyone it's different. Some people are more comfortable presenting to an audience than others. I'd say if because a lot of what we do, we improvise, whether it is with obviously Whose Line, or with like Brony's React even. Rarely do we go in with necessarily a plan. We just have kind of the shell, and we work on filling that shell with stories and answering questions and whatnot. But preparation is key. If there's a panel that you're doing that requires prep, like for us, the Who's Line panel requires a lot of prep. And that's why Saber and I don't do any of it now. Yeah, so I mean, definitely just make sure you're prepared. Give yourself plenty of time to prepare for your panel. And have fun. Don't worry about I would say don't get too caught up in the moment where you're worrying like, oh my gosh, is this going well? Is it not going well? Worry about that once the panel's done, and then you can look back and kind of assess, oh, what can I do better in the future? But just have fun. I mean, that's what everyone's going to be there for. They're going to be there for you to entertain them. Your audience is there to enjoy themselves, and I think there's a natural feeling whenever anyone gets on stage, at least the first few times you do it, that you automatically assume everyone's like there to judge you or is judging you. That's not the case. Like, people are there to, again, enjoy themselves, and so enjoy yourself while doing so.
Spiky Dash has put in the chat, I'm a prepper and a planner. I have an outline PowerPoint all planned out. I'm hoping for a good audience discussion.
Cool. I'm sure you'll get it. So have fun.
Alright, so Oziel asks, thoughts on the producers of The Simpsons removing from the episode featuring Michael Jackson after the documentary of Leaving Neverland? I don't know anything about this.
Congratulations to The Simpsons by becoming a Disney show.
Oh.
Wow.
Right?
Huh. Did that happen?
Seems everybody know.
They bought a new property?
Well, Disney owns Fox now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's official now.
Dang. So I saw another joke where someone was like, now when people say that Anastasia is their favorite Disney movie,
they'll be right.
They won't look stupid.
All right. I don't know anything about that, so unfortunately we can't really comment.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not
touching.
I'm just not aware. I
Yeah.
don't really have anything to comment on. Also, this one's spoilery, so we'll probably avoid. Okay. As I was reading, from Sniper Niter, if some random animator said they would make you guys your own MLP style series, how would you want the direction of the show to go? This is for anyone. Specifically Hirosashii.
Sorry, I had to. My cat was. She rams her head into my hand like so hard. She lets you know when she wants pats. She's like, pat! I'm like, jeez. I'm sorry, I didn't hear because I was like. And launched. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
It was someone was asking if a random animator would make your own MLP series, how would you want the direction of the show to go?
Exactly like G4, except for Luna and Celestia are the only alicorns, and that's it.
So pre-season 3.
Yeah. And if you happen to make changelings, if it happens to go that way, if Luna and Celestia remain the alicorns, don't let them be good. Just let them remain bad guys. I never understood why we reformed them.
What about you, Paleo? What do you want to see? More dolphins?
Yes.
I was looking at his own full story planned out. You said that, he's like, that's better.
Sums it up, actually.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Anyone else have ideas?
No.
I wouldn't mind like a older, see before they had electricity in Ponyville.
Okay, well they
don't
really have electricity.
And magic.
They have magic.
Okay, then let's see before they had magic.
They got magic light bulbs.
I want to see what unicorns did before they had magic.
Yeah.
Were they just laughed at? Did they get them cut off at birth?
You're like, you got a horn on your head.
What did the Jewish ponies do? All right.
Okay.
So,
Billy May Waffles
Billy
Question
M.
for-
Waffles.
A question for all of you: what is your individual favorite all-time movies? Who Framed Roger Rabbit is mine.
I'm thinking.
Well, mine has to be Zootopia, probably.
Oh, that's a good. I'm going to say the same. Zootopia.
I just wanted to get to it first since I'm the biggest Zootopia fan in this chat. I don't have a favorite. I mean, like, I guess if I had to pick something that's like,
Lord of the
like,
Rings trilogy.
Yeah, I say Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yeah.
If you had to choose one movie from the trilogy, which do you think is the best? Oh.
I Two Towers.
Is that the middle one?
Yeah.
Do you like that more than Star Wars? I thought Star Wars was your favorite.
No.
No. Okay.
I know.
I think I was muted when I said that. Yeah. My favorite movie is Secret of No, it's The Lion King. I love The Secret of Nim. I don't know why I put that one in there. It hasn't even come out yet. Right.
His second
I
favorite.
know it's like a funny joke, but like to some very real degree, the tilt that I'm on is like next level.
Mine's Jurassic Park.
Nice. Did we lose Laura, by the way?
Yeah, she's calling it. I just
Okay.
texted her. That's not you.
She's like, I'm gonna slip out nice and quietly, and we're like, Laura.
Laura, what's your opinion on this? Laura.
Yeah, apparently she's fine. Well, sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, I just didn't notice. I should have checked.
Okay, we got Oziel thoughts on Johnny Test is coming back but within a new shorts.
I mean, it could only get better, right?
I guess so. I didn't know it was coming. It's that one show that used a whiplash sound effect way too many times. So everybody razzed on it. Like every time they would move an arm or something.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Actually.
Sounds good.
Okay. Jazz King, thanks for the love, guys. My parents were all like, who the heck are these people? And I was like, they're great people, Mom. On a lighter note, when would be the worst moment to use... Oh, wait. When would be the worst moment to use a Disney Fast Pass? When the line's like 5 minutes long?
Yeah, so I mean, there is an actual answer to this. At least I can answer for Disneyland, because I feel like it's a little bit more complicated for Disney World, the way they have their system set up. Because for Disneyland, it's still where you go to the ride, you put in your ticket, and it tells you when to come back. And you can see, like, okay, right now the time bracket, and it's based off of, everyone before you has an earlier time. So you can, determine, okay, cool, I'll do this. There are certain rides that as the day goes on, their lines basically disappear. One of those rides, I'd say on a normal weekend, is Indiana Jones. If you have a fast pass for that ride, what the fast pass does is it cuts off the whole first portion, all the outside portion of that line, which by the end of the night, like I'd say the last 2 hours of the park's opening.
Like, I think generally around the time of Phantasmic and fireworks is the best time to go on Indiana Jones.
Now there's other rides that I feel like sometimes still need that fast pass. Like Space Mountain is pretty much an all-day fast pass. So it's really ride based, I guess. I guess the worst moment to use a Disney Fast Pass is if you have a Roger Rabbit Fast Pass that goes after the sun goes down.
Yeah, because then you're gonna get locked out of Toontown.
But they don't.
You rarely ever need a Fast Pass for Roger Rabbit.
I don't know. Sometimes that line
Sometimes it gets weirdly long, but you might get caught on a good day where it's like only 15 minutes.
Now they finally put fast passes in for the Toy Story ride, didn't they?
Yeah.
So that's been like, that should have been put in when they first put in that ride, at least out here. Like, so yeah, I think that answers that question.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, here's one that'll have an interesting topic.
Okay, so Waddles asks, thoughts on James Gunn is coming back to Disney after being fired of old tweets. So he was the one, the
Guardians of the Galaxy director who was fired for making some very, I guess we could say, distasteful jokes.
Tweets.
They were old. I forget how far back they went, but it was a while ago.
2009.
Yeah.
my understanding is they were also tweets that he has had since acknowledged and apologized, or maybe not necessarily those specific tweets, but just his behavior in general.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until a couple more years, which brought us to when the uproar came up. People did some fishing, found some stuff, and he got in trouble.
Yeah.
With specifically with Disney, not like with the law, but so Disney fired him.
Yeah.
And has since rehired him. So he was gone for about, I don't know how long it was. It was at least half a year that he was quote fired.
Yeah. I think pretty much everyone can agree that the tweets that were found were not good tweets.
They were atrocious.
They were very bad.
They were literally some of the like worst tweets I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
and
there's no excuse
Yeah.
like for that. But I'm also like I do think the situation is what needed to be looked at.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing I hate about it is like this is a hard conversation to have without getting into politics, and that's what everyone turns this kind of thing into.
Mm-hmm.
Is it's not like, oh, is it what he did was bad? It's, oh, Republicans did this and Democrats did that, and it's like, huh.
I feel like there's a way that we can.
Oh, I'm not saying us. I'm just saying like.
No, I mean, like, yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's what you should be like. Were we even talking about that? Like, no. Like,
yeah, and that's where I just in general with topics these days, I feel like they always like people can be discussing like Disney characters,
and it just takes one person to be like.
Yeah, so
it's called isn't it called like calling out culture or something like that?
Yeah.
Cancel culture.
Cancel culture. Interesting.
I really feel like I don't know. I don't know James Gunn personally, and I don't know very well, but it kind of seems like he's very much improved.
Well, I don't know, man. He's
I
got the
don't
word
know.
gun in his name.
He's got the word gun in his
which
last
is
name.
true. He hasn't changed that.
Like,
it's like right there, though.
So here's the problem. Here's my take on this. So I believe that people can change, and I think it's really sad. Right, there are some things where it's like, okay, it's hard to come back from that, like diddling kids or murder or something. It's like, okay, that's like beyond. Like, I mean, even then, I still think that people can reform. It's not impossible, but like, I don't know if someone was being an absolute asshole, like 15 years ago, and they realized over time, like, oh wow, I'm being an asshole, I should change, and then become better from it. It's like, I think that should be celebrated, that people can change.
Right.
Instead of going, well, I can't believe you did this. You can never come back from this. You will die. And it's like, if they're still assholes, like from 15 years later, then okay, yeah, call them out on it. But if it's like, I don't know, like, okay, this person used to be an edgelord, piece of shit, bad jokes, but now they're much better and are a different person. That shows you that people can change.
Right.
Yeah.
Please celebrate that and don't demonize it.
Yeah. I mean, I see both sides of it, and I'm not one to make a call of what was the right decision.
It's a complex situation.
It is. It doesn't feel very like right or wrong. I mean, obviously what was being done was wrong as in regards to what he was posting. But yeah, it's an interesting situation. I guess we'll just see what the future holds. I'm a little bit surprised that he got rehired. I don't know if I should be, because it feels like if Disney was trying to make a point, like, I just feel like rehiring him is I don't know. It's like did they say, okay, now we forgive you?
Have you had enough time out? All right. So our last question of the night is going to be a super chat from Fritz Roll. Thank you, Fritz Roll. Is it okay? And he asks, is it okay if you would please tell us the full story of how you got lost and mag on Bronies React? Oh my gosh, I was fanboying so hard when that happened. So ACRacebest, you take.
So when I started doing the Bronies Reacts as a series, I liked the idea of having new faces be part of the reacts. And so there would be kind of like your key reactors and new faces that would pop up. And I guess for the last couple reacts, while we did have some new faces like Vincent Tong showing up for one of the movie react and whatnot, I hadn't for a while kind of really, I guess, looked around.
Yeah.
And I landed on, I was talking with a few people, and I landed on Lost Narrator and Magpie's channels, seeing what they did, and I was like, you know what? This seems like a fun bunch. And actually, this will crack some people up because I didn't know them that well.
Yeah.
I think we've bumped into them at a convention. I know that there was a panel at BronyCon last year that they were on, that Saber and I were also on. But it was kind of like a game show where they had to guess who we were. So it's not like we were interacting with them a lot. And I actually went back and watched it and went, oh my gosh, hey, that was them. So I didn't know them that well. And the beauty of not knowing them that well is I found both their channels separately.
Mm-hmm.
And I contacted both of them separately, not realizing that they're engaged.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was laughing at that whole deal because they mentioned to me, I forget which person got back to me first. I think it was Lost Narrator got back to me first. And I was still working on getting in contact with Magpie, and yeah, Narrator mentioned to me, hey, or not Lost. I forget which name people I think Lost is how most people refer to her. But yeah, and Lost was like, oh yeah, we're traveling right now, but if we could get you the footage, in a couple weeks, we can, and it fit in the time perfectly. And I went, yeah, that works. And I felt so dumb when she told me why they were doing their travels and whatnot together, and I'm like, oh my god. I don't know if I made it obvious at the time to them, but yeah, I did not know that they were together, so that actually made contacting them easy.
Yeah.
And yeah, they honestly, this is my take with them. I've worked with a lot of people on Bronies React. It's been, for the vast majority a pleasure to work with the people that I've worked with. And what was really nice about both of them is that their footage, and I sent them a message about this, is that the way they gave me their footage, the audio, the lighting, the way they edited it, every aspect of how they got me their footage was like, oh my gosh, this is what makes my job easy, like so to speak. Like it was so refreshing to be able to work, with again, because it was our first time doing it. Yeah. And I felt like they just picked it right up. They got right up to speed, as you guys who have seen the React have seen. Yeah. And it was just a real pleasure to work with them. So
yeah.
Those were the two girls?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they were fun.
Yeah, they were. And yeah, I really enjoyed working with them, which, I'd obviously be happy to work with them in the future. So, yeah, it was cool. And I always enjoy bringing in new people, because then you get to see how excited, fans of theirs are when they see them pop up in the React. Mm-hmm. And I love that. So yeah, they were great to work with. And yeah, I'm real lucky that they were willing to work with us and have some fun with us. So good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. They made my life easy. Yep. Well, with that, we're gonna call it here. That's gonna be the end of the Semi Perfect podcast. We will be back in 2 weeks, and that will be April 3rd.
Yeah.
And it will also be the same week of Winnie City PonyCon. So we will be doing a Winnie City PonyCon preview show. Saberspark and I will be out at Winnie City. If you haven't gotten your tickets and you're thinking about going, get your tickets today because
Where
as
is it?
usual. What?
Where is it?
It's in Schaumburg, Illinois, or as we all know, Chicago, basically. Yeah, so that's going to be a fun weekend, Winnie City PonyCon. I know Saber and I are really looking forward to this. Not just the food, but the convention. And and Charlie and his team always do a fantastic job running their cons. So with that, we gotta
thank our super chatters.
Yes.
Thank you, Raspit, Achieve Hunter, Sniper Shy, Exio Dying, Fritz Roll. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you guys again for joining us here on the Semi Perfect Podcast. From our live audience to our listening on delay audience to all of the podcasters. Thank you from us here at the Semi Perfect Podcast. We will see you all on April
3rd.
Keep an eye out for those wedding vlogs, and we will see you all later.
Bye-bye.
Lena.
Damn pony.
See ya.
Bye.
I'm getting a Zootopia toy.
Bye-bye now.